think we're ready to go. All right. Okay, let's see about that. Okay, some point soon, hopefully, we're going to get the new window coverings for my office, because I feel like you can see me okay on Instagram, but on Facebook I feel like it still looks really dark. Hi, 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 hi. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad for us to be past the full moon. We are past the solstice. The moon is now in Capricorn, and I wanted to grab this piece of information that I wanted to share. There we go. Okay, so the full moon is in Capricorn. This is a time to work. This is a time for discipline and structure, and this is the time for us to keep going, right? So that's something I really wanted to share, and we have kind of talked about that a bit in the past, leading up to this moon in Capricorn. So it's not the sun in Capricorn, so it's not like your sun sign, but this is the moon in Capricorn. So we had the full moon in Capricorn. The moon is in Capricorn for another, a couple weeks. When we get into the new moon, it'll shift into a new sign. But this is really important because we've been talking about last week we were talking about getting the car, right? We were setting the GPS and we had to get in the car. You have to get in the car, you have to put the car in drive. So this is the time that we really are talking about, is we have to put the car in drive. Now here's the thing. We don't have to put the pedal to the metal. We don't have to run like 0 to 90. Okay, we don't have to be going crazy with the timing. Okay, but we do have to stay engaged, and this is the thing I think is really, really important. Okay, it's not about the speed, it's about the commitment. This is really important. So it isn't about the speed with which, let's see if I can make this any better. It isn't about the speed with which you are, that's very nice on Instagram, but it's not so good on Facebook. Let's see. Ah, sorry, just tipped over. I'm trying to make it not be so dark. There we go. Instagram collapsing. Little phone holders. Okay, so this is Instagram. Is that a little bit better? Nope. Cancel. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do one more thing. One more thing. You know how I love technical stuff. Let me see. No. Can't make it. Ah. Trying to make it brighter. All right. Well, we're gonna have to leave it there so we can keep going. Okay. So, oh wait, that's better. Okay, that's a little better. Try not to knock everything over again. So, it's really important that we are getting into the game, that we are getting in motion, that we are doing something to move ourselves towards our goals. We don't have to be, we don't have to complete. We don't have to, I'll try one more thing. Does that look like it was helping? We don't have to complete the work. We don't have to, no, that's not helping. We don't have to complete the work. We don't have to go 0 to 60. We don't have to be 90 to nothing. We don't have to run crazy. But we do have to make the commitment to ourselves. We make the commitment to our goals. We have to know where it is that we're going. We can't get anywhere if we don't know where we're going. And so the first thing really is about knowing where you are going. And we've been talking about this. I mean, I talk about this all the time, about what is the goal for each moon cycle. Where are you going? What are we doing? And it's so important that we have, this is so bothering me so much. Oh, that's kind of better. Okay, it's so important that we have a plan in place, that we know where we're going and we know what we're trying to achieve, right? So once we have that, then we can start to take baby steps. It doesn't have to be a leap. It doesn't have to be, like I said, 90 to nothing, but we do have to stay engaged. This means that we don't set a goal and we say, yeah, I'm going to do that someday, and then I kind of forget about it. Or I'm going to do that, you know, I'm getting there, like I'm fixing to get ready to get started, and I'm going to get there, and then we don't ever touch it again. Right? It's really important that even if we are taking, you know, even if it's a baby step, it's still a step forward. Now, so here's me. I just started taking a new class, and I'm excited about that. And I looked at the, you know, it's an online class, and I looked at all the chapters and the modules and the videos and all the different things, and I went, this is a lot of information, and this is going to take me a while because I can't do it all in one sitting. It's not designed to be all in one sitting, and it's going to take me a while. And it's okay, because you do a one bite at a time, right? You all know that I spent a lot of my adult life as a director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. One of Mary Kay's favorite sayings is, you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. And so this is really important, that we are taking that time to say, okay, I don't have to do all of it, but what can I do today to move myself closer to my goal? What one little nibble baby step can I? And now if you're a leaper and you go like, I'm banging it out, because I have friends like that. I have friends who are leapers. They will be like, we need 10 people. I will go and find 10 people today, and we will have 10 people. And they're, you know, and that's their strength. But not everybody is like that, and most people are not, right? And you can even be like a type A personality and still, you know, not be a leaper, okay? So it's an unusual quality, and it's fantastic for those people who have it. But it's important to understand that not everybody has that. And so if you are not a person like wired that way, it's okay, because your job is to be you, right? And your job is to be the best you on your path that you can be, doing what you're supposed to be doing the work that you've been given, right? And we talk about this all the time, about doing the work that you are given, doing the work that is your soul's calling, what your soul came here to do, to experience, to share, to show, to learn, to grow, to be part of. This is what you are here for, right? And so this is really important. So you don't have to, especially in this full moon, right? Because we know the full moon energy that goes up to the top, to the peak, to the full moon. We have the full moon, and then the energy starts to wane. It starts to come back down. But when we're in that full moon energy, which really ended yesterday, so we're in the waning now. So we're in that full moon energy. Is the time that we take a look around. We look around, we say up periscope, and we're looking around, and we're looking around, saying, what is serving me and what is not serving me that I can let go of? Okay, what is not serving me that I can let go of? And we look at that information and we say, okay, this is where I want to go. Am I going where I want to go? Am I heading in the right direction? Even if it's baby steps, am I heading in the right direction? Am I heading in the direction I want to go in? And is what I'm doing serving me? And so we take a step, we take a breath, we take a look, we say, okay, yes, hopefully yes, I'm heading in the direction I want to go in. Yes, okay, I'm staying in this place of love and gratitude, right? Because we know love and gratitude is the engine of the universe, right? Love and gratitude, okay? Is this the direction I want to go in? Yes, okay, I'm staying in love and gratitude. Yes, is what I'm doing now to move myself in that direction, is it serving me? Is it serving me? Am I going the right way for the right reason? Am I doing it the right way? Am I following the way Spirit will guide me? And it's okay if we're not. This is where, you know, Spirit kind of bumps us back into play, right? So am I doing what I could and should be doing to stay on my path, to do the work that I've given, to move myself forward along this path, along this soul alignment, this goal, in alignment with Spirit, in alignment with my heart, in alignment with what my soul came here to do? We answer those questions, we know we're going in the right direction, right? Okay, so we say, if I'm not going in the right direction, it's okay. And if we're not going in the right direction, we can shift. So we stop and take a minute. We say, okay, what about this is working for me? And what about this isn't working for me? And what do I need to change? And then here is where it takes the discipline, right? Here's where the discipline comes in. What do I need to change? If this is not working for me and I'm not going in the right direction, I'm not going in the direction that's making my soul happy, it's not making my heart happy, I don't feel like I'm in alignment with myself, with Spirit, with my soul, with my heart, with my goal, what needs to change? This is where it takes courage. This is where it takes discipline, where we say, okay, I'm going to change. I'm going to make a change. Because so often we're going in the direction of the people around us. We're going in the direction of the people around us. We're going in the direction that we feel that we are expected to go in. We're going in the direction of that we feel like people are shown us, you know, well, they worked hard to open that door from Make a Path for us, and so we've got to go that way because they really put themselves out for us so we could have that opportunity. Appreciate, Gratitude, yes. But is it the right thing for us? That's an important question, right? And only you can answer that for yourself. So is this the right move for you? You are the only one who can answer that, right? And if it's not, we take that deep breath and we say, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. This is not the right path for me. I'm going to go in this direction. And we hold firm with a boundary for ourselves to say, this is what is right for me at this moment, at this time, at this place that I am in my journey. And for people who have done and you feel that obligation and you feel like, oh, I really should have gone that way, you say to them, thank you so much. I would love to come back and visit this at a more appropriate time. Thank you so much. If the opportunity can be available in the future, I would be so appreciative. Now, you may or may not need or want the opportunity in the future, but you've left the door open and you've kept the alignment good. Okay? So, okay. Some things to think about as we are in the Capricorn full moon. Capricorn is the worker goat, right? Capricorn gets stuff done. So here we are, while we have this next 2 weeks in this period of the waning, it's really important that we're taking assessment of where we are and where we're going, and are we going the right way, and I don't just mean the right way as far as the right direction, are we going the right way, like in the right way? Okay, so this is what we want to talk about today. All right, and we'll come back to that. Hello, Laura. I don't know how your husband's health is, but we can talk about it. Okay. All right, let's pull our communal cards. We're going to pull our cards that are for everyone, and then we'll do some individual cards as well. We can definitely look at what's going on with that, Laura. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to send some good energy your way, his way, just to be safe, because it never hurts to have a little extra good healing energy coming in your direction. So I'm going to do that for you right now. Okay. All right. So we're going to grab an animal spirit card, because I love to start with the animal spirits. I don't know about where you all are. I know it's been really hot out, but we're still seeing the cardinals and the woodpeckers. And then my cat tried to take on two of those vulture birds, not the full-size ones with pants, but they're like 3 foot high, and they're like twice the size of my cat, and she's out there hunting them. And I'm like, are you insane? This is, that is a cat that knew what direction she was going to go in, and she was taking baby steps, one step at a time to reach her goal. And the birds finally, they flew off. They decided they didn't want to deal with her, which I thought, I was so terrified that she was going to get eaten by these birds, and they were like afraid of her, which cracked me up. Okay, so this is our animal spirit card for today. This is the chameleon card, and it says, stay in the background, adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Now, this is really great because it aligns with what we've been talking about. Are you going in the right direction? This is self-assessment. This time of that up periscope, taking a look around to see, am I going in the right direction? Am I doing the right things? Am I doing what I'm called to do? Am I moving the right way? So, and if I'm not, the chameleon changes, right? The chameleon matches the situation, but the chameleon also changes for its own benefit. The chameleon doesn't just match the environment because hey, that'd be cool, and I want to be like everybody else. No, that's not what the chameleon is saying. The chameleon is saying, I need to change and adapt for myself. I'm not adapting because I want to be cool and be like you. The chameleon says, I am adapting because it's what's right for me. Okay, so it's really important that this says stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and trying to direct the course of events. So we don't have to be in charge. Isn't that a relief? We don't have to be in charge, right? We can let shit go. We don't have to be the one in charge. So this is the opportunity for us to say, what's in it for me? What do I want? Am I going in the right direction? What do I need to shift within or around myself in order to move me in the right direction? Okay, that is really, really important. All right, I do want to just grab, so these are the Stephen Farmer Animal Spirit cards. We use these all the time, but I am going to just grab the Stephen Farmer's Pocket Guide because I'm very curious to see what he has to say about the chameleon in the book. So let's see if there is a chameleon in the book. There may not be, because it goes from cat to cheetah. So I guess we will not know that today. All right, so we will move along. Okay, let's go on to our cards for the week. Please remember that if you would like to set up your summer session, that if you mention that you heard me say this online, that you can get $10 off your summer session. So if you're ready to book a reading with me for the summer, this is a great opportunity. Just message me wherever you saw this video. You can message me through Facebook, through Instagram, through YouTube. You can send me a message. You can message me easy and just say, hey, I want to set up my summer session. I saw it online. I get $10 off, and I'm happy to set that up for you. So be sure that you are messaging me for your summer sessions before this is over. So we've had the summer solstice, so we've got a little bit of time left, right, until Labor Day. So we'll have these, is that right, Labor Day? Yeah. So if you mention it that you saw it online, $10 off. Woo! Also, I want to remind you that I'm teaching 2 classes for the Spiritualist Church, The Journey Within, in New Jersey. You can go to their website, thejourneywithin.org. I think it's journeywithin.org, and click on their link for classes. Also, I will be posting the links here as well, which they've already been posted, but I'll post them again so that you can register for the class. I think it's like $15 for the class. The first class I'm going to be teaching is a 1-hour class about unspooling your DNA and expanding yourself to create the life that you want. So teaching about manifestation, some of the things that you've heard me talk about here, but in a much more deep dive into it. And then that's going to be on July 11th. And then in August, I believe on the 13th, I'm going to be teaching a class for business owners. So if you are a budding medium or psychic or somebody, a practitioner, energy practitioner, and you are looking to figure out how you get your business off the ground, we're going to be teaching that as well. So this is the first card that comes up is the Blessed card. Now it did come in upside down, which is really important because we are when we see the Blessed card that's upside down, it doesn't mean that we're not blessed. We're still blessed. It's really important that we are understanding that we are still blessed even though it's upside down. So I'm going to turn it right side up again. But what it does mean is that blessings can come in a lot of different forms, okay? And so it means that blessings are coming in a lot of shapes and sizes, and it's important that we stay open so that we are not missing the blessings, right? It's important that we are staying open so that we are not missing out on those opportunities that present themselves in different ways, right? So that we say, oh, that, look, that's an unexpected blessing. That doesn't look like what I thought it was going to look like, but it's still a blessing. So that we are taking those opportunities when we have them. We're not missing out on that stuff. Okay, so blessings come in all shapes and sizes. Okay, so then the second card that we have is, well, what else do we need to know about that, about those blessings? And this is the Unfinished Symphony. Now, this also came in upside down, the Unfinished Symphony. And the Unfinished Symphony reminds us that we are to stay the course. Okay, that reminds us especially when it's upside down, don't get distracted. Don't get discouraged. Stay the course. Continue going in the direction that you're going and continue doing what you're doing. But it is this reminder of what we were talking about before about the full moon, that this is the time for us to take stock, right? To take that assessment and says, is this helping me move in the direction I want to go in? Yes, no, do I need a shift, whatever it is. And so if you look at the card, they're flying through the air, right? They've got the magic carpet of the keyboard and they're playing the music. And if you look right in the center of the egg, and the egg is the birth of possibility, right? The egg is the birth of possibility. It is the thing that says anything can happen. But if you look right in the center, there's our face, right? There's the face of spirit, the face of us, the face of we are not alone, the face of the universe has us. The universe is guiding us. Now, they're not steering the ship, but they are along for the ride to make sure that we know that we are not alone, right? And this flying carpet of a keyboard says all the things are possible, but we have to not get distracted. But we also have to make sure that we're going in the right direction. So when we see this card upside down, it reminds us that we still have stuff to do, that we're still doing the right thing, we're going in the right direction. But are we, do we need to do a little course correction? So it's important that we are taking the time with this Unfinished Symphony card that says, hey, you're still building to finish your symphony, but it's really high, but it's really important that you are taking the time to make sure, like, are we going the right way? Are we doing this the right way? Don't get distracted. Okay, and that it's important that we are taking stock and that we are staying in harmony with the universe, right? Because again, you have the Unfinished Symphony, which is all about harmony, right? This is all about making music with the universe, and you have this egg of possibility with the face in the middle that says, hey, we're all in this together, we're all going in the same direction, we're all working on this with you, but let's make sure we're all on the same page. We want to make sure that we're making beautiful music together with the universe, and that we're not over there banging on our drum, being oblivious to what's going on around us. So it's really important. Okay, and the last card that we're going to pull for this individual, wow, they're all upside down today, is the round and round card. And this reminds us that, yeah, we've been here before because we're learning new aspects of this lesson. We're learning higher guidance. We're learning a more evolved and more mature lesson that's involved in this. So let's say, for example, we were in elementary school. Hi. Let's say you're in elementary school. Okay, you're in elementary school, and you learn about arithmetic, and you learn about reading, and you learn about writing an essay or writing a paper, right? And then you get to middle school, and you know what you learn? You learn about arithmetic, and you learn about reading, and you learn about writing a paper, writing an essay. Maybe it's a longer paper. Right now you need to cite examples, and you need bibliography, and then you get to high school, and you got to write a longer paper. But you're still learning the same things. You're just learning them at a higher level. You are growing, you are evolving. And this is what the round and round reminds us, is that we are growing, we are evolving. So if you feel like I got to write another research paper, I'll tell you, last year I had to write a research paper for my hypnotherapy certification. And I thought to myself, I'm writing a research paper, this is crazy. And yet, that's just how it goes. So here I am coming around and around, but I'm at a higher level now because I'm not writing, a book report from, 4th grade. I'm writing a college level, graduate level work of research, paper to become a certified hypnotherapist. So this is really important, that it's okay that we come back to these same things. If you're like, why do I got to deal with this person again? Ask yourself, how can I see this from a different perspective? Ask yourself, why am I back in this situation? What do I need to learn that maybe I didn't learn before? Okay, what is it that I need to learn today? And it's really important that we are not doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, that we're taking the time to say, oh, I recognize this, I've been here before, let me look at this from a different perspective, let me see how I can handle this situation differently, because that is growth, that is maturity, that is operating at a higher level. And then when we do that, we move past it, and the universe says, yes, now they've got it, we can move on now. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're not staying in that place of doing the same thing over and over again, handling it the same way over and over again, and expecting a different result, because we know that's not going to happen. So asking ourselves, how can we handle this from a different perspective? So we have where we started with the cheetah card. Oh, I'm so glad, Belinda. I'm so glad. So this is we started with the cheetah card, and the cheetah card reminds us that we are this is the chameleon card. Chameleon card. So we started with the chameleon card, and the chameleon is changing its color to match the surroundings, but it's not doing it because it wants to be cool and be like everybody else. The chameleon is doing that for their own higher purpose, because it's what's best for the chameleon. So this time that we're in this waning of the Capricorn full moon is this time that we're looking at, am I doing what I need to be doing that's best for me to move myself forwards to my goal? Now, we understand that there are things that we're doing because we feel like maybe we ought to, because people, open doors, they put themselves out, they were trying to help, lots of different reasons. But you know what? If it's not your reason, it's okay to be able to say, thank you, but I need to shift gears here, and maybe I'll be able to come back to this in another day. So the chameleon is adjusting to the landscape for the chameleon's sake, not for the sake of the people around it. Okay, so the chameleon is adjusting to their environment for their benefit, for nobody else's. And so it is okay for you to blend in. It is okay. You don't have to be in charge. You don't have to be the leader of the pack. But it is important that you are continuing to take steps forward. Even baby steps are still steps forward, still count, and that you are moving yourself forward, but that you are putting on the mantle of camouflage or suiting up in a way that is best for you, and not in the way that is, best for everyone else, okay? And then we had the reminder, in all the cards were upside down today, so I'm just going to put them right side up, but they were all upside down. So we had the blessed card. This is the reminder that blessings come in many, many different shapes, sizes, colors. You can see how she's literally flying through the air on her pink seashell, her pink snail shell, and she's got this beautiful light going behind her, that trail from the airplanes, right? We know they're going very, very fast. So she's moving through the universe very, very quickly. She's blessed that blessings come in many shapes and sizes, and not to look something that doesn't look like what you expected. And we don't look sideways at that and go, oh, well, that's not what I ordered from the universe. And we say, no, blessings come in many shapes and sizes. And so then the next card was the Unfinished Symphony, and again, this was upside down. And this is this reminder that we have so much possibility and so much ability to co-create with the universe, that we are on the right track, we are building our symphony, but it's a reminder that there's so much more potential than what we've been, even aware of. There's so much more possibility than what we've been paying attention to, and that we're not alone, right? We've got the spirit face in here, and then we want to make sure that we are playing our symphony in harmony with the universe, and not, with our blinders on going, la, 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 I'm going to do it my way, right? But that we are working in co-creation with the universe. And then the Round and Round card reminds us that we are, yes, we're going to repeat lessons. Yes, we're going to come back to those same places, but it's important that we're taking a minute to look at things from a different perspective, to say that we're not doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Now, this class that I'm teaching on July 11th for the Journey Within Church in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, and it is a Zoom class, so you don't have to go to New Jersey, but it is a Zoom class. It's going to be at 7:30 Eastern Time on July 11th, and this class is going to be all about co-creating with the universe, and how we shift our energy and the law of vibration and unspooling our DNA to work and to be able to co-create the life that we want with spirit right here, with all this possibility. This is the perfect card for today, to create our unfinished symphony and to be able to move ourselves forward. So this is going to be on, sorry, the kids are watching a soccer game. To be able to move ourselves forward. I don't know if you can hear them screaming. Somebody must have scored. But to be able to move ourselves forward and to be able to co-create with the universe. So this is, it's a very inexpensive class. It's a 1-hour class. It's $15. You can go to journeywithin.org and you can sign up for the class on their website. So this is really exciting. This is my first class for Journey Within. I'm doing 2 different classes. There's another one in August that's for practitioners that are building a business, and how you build a business from scratch, and what do you need to know, and all kinds of things. And it's really, really important, to start learning and seeing from a different perspective. So this class on unspooling your DNA is stuff that you have heard me talk about here before, if you are someone who follows along a lot, but this is also going to be a much deeper dive, because we're going to have a whole hour to talk about this. So I'm really, really excited. So that's going to be July 11th. Again, journeywithin.org. All right, so let's pull some cards. So, before we do, I want to ask, I've been asking this question, and if you came late, remember that you can still schedule your summer session with me, and if you mention that you heard me say this on the video, you can get $10 off your summer session. I want to ask about the time, and I don't know if it's just summer, if it's that I went away for a month, because I know I did that, but I feel like we had a big people that were showing up, a lot of people showing up, and then it's really dropped off. So it could be summer, could be the time of day. Maybe we need to shift the time of the day. Could be that I was gone for a while. So I would love to know your thoughts about that, and see if you feel like later would be better, earlier would be better. What can we do to shift the time to make things better for you? So that's something I would love to hear your feedback about, because as we're coming into, with the summertime, this is a good time to kind of doodle around with things and see what changes that we can make to make things better for people. Okay, if you are ready for a card, go ahead and put it in the comments, and we'll get a couple of cards out for people. I know Heidi had already asked, so we will start with Heidi, and I know Laura had asked about her husband. So Laura, if you're still here hanging in with me, please let me know, and we can pull a card for you. And I'm going to start this with Heidi, because she came into the comments with asking for a card just a little bit early. And Belinda, I see you as well. So Heidi, this is the card The Fates, and it is upside down, the card The Fates. So this is we accept that things change, okay? We accept that things change, but that things change for our benefit, okay? We understand that we don't like change, right? As humans, we are just hardwired not to like change, right? But the more we can allow and go and flow with the universe. So I have to tell you a story, okay? And this is not a braggy story, but it's just, it's a blessing story. And we had the card blessed before. So I'm very dear friends with Jodie Benson, who is the voice of Ariel, the Little Mermaid, if you follow Disney princesses at all. Jodie and I have been friends for, 25, 28 years. We met in Mommy and Me when we were living in Los Angeles decades ago. So we have been friends ever since. And this past weekend, Jody was here in Orlando, and she was starring in the musical production of Hello Dolly, which is a terrific show. And it was such a joy to be able to see her, and we were able to spend some time while she was here in rehearsal, and it was just a real gift. Anytime I can have one-on-one time with her, it's such a gift. So we really had some wonderful time while she was here, and we got to see we got all the kids together, and you can see on my personal Facebook page if you want, I posted a bunch of pictures of all the kids together. But on Saturday morning, she texted me and she said, hey, we have extra tickets. Would you like them? Because there were some cancellations, and so they had some family tickets that were not going to be used. And I had to choose. Do I want to continue on with what I had planned for my day, or do I want to shift because there was this opportunity? Well, when you can say and be flexible, and this is where comes in with the fates for Heidi, when you can be flexible, you never know what blessings are going to come and land in your lap. So not only was I able to run to the airport and grab my husband up right off the plane because he was not able to be with us on Friday night. His plane, of course, landed at right the right time. I grabbed him up. We went to the theater, and I was able to take my nephew with us, my nephew who is in college to study musical theater. And he had never had the opportunity to see the show or to know Jody and to meet all the kids. And so he not only got to meet Jody and to see the show and to meet the cast and to meet the vocal coach and the Broadway musical director that Jody works with, and other people that could be influential people in his life, and to be able to give that as a gift to my nephew was just such a joy to us. And then for our friends to be able to see Robert, my husband, because he had been gone this whole time. So there were many, many blessings that came from being able to be flexible with the universe when something is dropped in your lap, to take a second and say, can I, and to really kind of tune in, Heidi, to your guts, to your solar plexus, and say, and your sacral chakra, and say, how does this feel? So for us, it was just such a blessing to be able to say, yep, let's go see the show again, and let's go be with the people. And actually, it turned out that one of the friends that was there from New York, who's known the family longer than I, we're talking and we're like, wait a minute, you were there and I was there, like we actually knew each other. And so more blessings, okay? So when we open ourselves up to those things that might literally fall in our lap, we never know what amazing things will come from it. And all of these things are like roots that go out, right? You plant these seeds, you meet new people, you have new opportunities, and these things grow in different directions that will come around, just like the round and round card. They'll come around to bless you again later, okay? So it was just, it's these things that give us these opportunities that where we, as people who don't like change, we tend to be like, I had plans, I was going to do laundry, I was going to do that. And then we miss these opportunities. So this is really important time for this. The fates, Heidi, are talking about, I know it's not a fun story, the fates are talking about that we're trying to get you to pay attention. And when it comes in upside down, this reminder that things are going to change, but we're going to help you change them for the better. And so when we get into that place where we're like, I want this thing and I'm working towards it and I want it to look like what I want it to look like, right? And we're like, and the fates come in and they go, that's really great. We want to give you something better. We want to give you something better, but only if you're willing to work with us. And so we come back to the unfinished symphony card that says, hey, we're trying to work with you. We're trying to play beautiful music with you. Will you trust us enough, we fates, to guide you in a new direction? So Heidi, will you trust them enough to guide you in a new direction? Okay, so that is Heidi's card, because it seems like, it feels like a new direction is coming for Heidi. Okay? All right, so we're going to grab Belinda, and Belinda. All right, so Belinda, this card is the deep knowing. Okay, the deep knowing. I'm trying to get where it's not on the ring light. So this is, we have the moon is up here, and we have the owl of wisdom, right? And then we have the earth, right? And look at the face. I'm trying to get it where I'm not in the ring light. There you go. Okay, and look at the face in the planet, the planet where we live, the planet where we call home, right? The planet where we call home. This is that home sweet home vibe, Belinda. This is about the deep knowing of your soul, of where you live, where your feet are planted, where you lay your head. This is the place of trusting yourself, Belinda, trusting your inner knowing, trusting that you know what's important and that you are not allowing yourself to be shifted or tempted by things that are not in alignment. In this card, the moon is illuminating what is not being obvious. So this is the full moon, right? You'll notice it is a practically full moon. It's not completely full. So let's say that perhaps this moon is waning, just like where we are right now. So it's a mostly full moon, right? See, there it is. Okay, it's mostly full moon. And that this is illuminating the parts of the earth where things might not be so clear. So if you are, Belinda, allowing things to come to light, allowing things to, just what I was talking to Heidi about feeling in your inner guidance, feeling in your guts of what feels right to you, and you are allowing these things to show up in your life, just like what Heidi had with things that might pop up from the fates, but allowing these things to be illuminated to show you the right way. Now, the other piece of that, Belinda, is the trust factor that they're saying to you, we got you. We got you. We're going to show you. We're going to light the way. I love and if you follow me for any kind of time, I'm my girlfriend, besides, I'm a Disney fan, of course. And I love these movies where, the heroine gets led off into the woods with the little wisps of light, right? I think they did it in Merida in Brave, and oh, look, you are a spammer and you are being blocked. Bye. See you, bye. Okay. So we are, we see these little wisps of light and little twinkle pathways and little critters that scurry that lead us off into the right place, right? And so this is what Spirit is trying to say to you. We're going to illuminate the path in some fashion for you, Belinda, so that you're going to be able to know exactly what direction to go in, because we are showing you, we are illuminating what you might be missing, what maybe you hadn't thought of it before. We're going to show you the right direction to go. So this is not just about trusting yourself. I see your comment. It's not just about trusting yourself, but it's also about trusting where's the card of the co-creating with the universe, the unfinished symphony. It's not just about trusting yourself, Belinda. It's about trusting that the spirit, right? Spirit is co-creating. The egg is all potential and possibility. Your symphony that you are going to sail along, right? That this is not just this was one of the cards for the collective, right? So Belinda, if you are trusting not just yourself, but you're trusting that they are eliminating, that spirit, your loved ones, your guides, your angels, all of them are illuminating what you need to see, so that you can not just trust yourself, but you can trust them as you co-create with them, and you co-create your future, your path, with trust in the team. Okay, co-creation with the universe is a team sport. This is not me by myself, you by yourself. This is a team sport, right? We are working with our guides, our angels, our loved ones, all of them. But it's about not just trusting ourselves, but it's about trusting the universe, okay? So this is what they're trying to say to you, is we're going to show you the way. We're going to show you the way. You just got to let us. You got to work with us. You got to trust us, okay? All right, so small crowd today. Is there anybody else that wants to grab a card before we close? And so again, I would love to hear from anybody that would want, has any thoughts about, should we change the times? Because or is it just, do we feel like it's just summer and people are on vacation? I totally get that. I was one of them. So, we can see how that feels. I know that we had, it was actually the day I had lunch with Jody. I got home late and knew I was going to, so I had pushed our time together back about an hour. We were able to welcome people who don't normally come to our time together. So I always am trying to think of how we can make it better for everybody. So we're going to pull one last card for the collective, okay? And this is the co-create card. And let me just say one more time, if Laura is still here, please let me know so we can pull a card for you. So, oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. So, okay, so this is the co-create. And so isn't this the perfect card for us to end on? Because co-create is everything that we've been talking about, right? We've been talking about co-creating with the universe this whole time, right? And so we have the cheetah on top of the hill. And look, here's the owl again. Belinda, here's your owl, the owl of wisdom, right? And look, he's in the light. He's very lit up. And we have, again, down here, we have the egg of possibility, the egg of creation, the faith is in the egg. So all the things are possible when we are trusting the universe to be part of our creation team, right? We feel like, you know, so many times we hear this, you know, gotta pull yourself up our bootstraps, right? And, you know, other people who like to brag about, well, I got there all by myself, nobody helped me. What a crock of baloney bits! Because we all got help from somewhere, whether it was tangible or not, we all got help from somewhere, whether it was a government program, a friend, a neighbor, someone who just did a kindness, maybe a scholarship for school, or spiritual help, because we are all co-creating with the universe. Now, we can co-create with the universe with ease when we get in there and we're like, all right, let's do it up, or we can co-create with the universe when we're like, nope, I'm being stubborn, I'm going this way, and the universe is like, hey, we're trying to help. Hello? Anybody? Hello? Okay, so we're all getting help from somewhere. So co-create is one of the magical cards. It just reminds us all the time, we are not alone. We are in a relationship with spirit. This is a team sport. This life is a team sport. And it is in our benefit always to partner with spirit, and at times to let them lead, right? Sometimes we gotta lead, but to let them lead, to let them show us the way, to let them illuminate, and let them know that we are not, let them remind us over and over and over again that we are not alone. Heidi says, I'm in the process of building my garden shed and the garden. So very appropriate card for today. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. You know, having a garden is so fantastic for just earthing and getting your hands and your feet in the earth and the butterflies and creating and co-creating with the universe. I mean, there's something magical about being part of helping things to grow, right? So, all right. So in that vein, I'm going to remind you one more time a couple of really important things. First of all, if you are ready to book your summer session with me and you say that you saw it on the video, you can message me through any of the media platforms. I'm just really not on, I close my Twitter because I just can't even. But anywhere else, you can just message me. And if you say you saw the video and you are booking your summer session, you can get $10 off your session. So that's very exciting. Number two is make sure that you are signing up for the class at Journey Within. The links should be below, but I will post them again. It's $15. It's on July 11th, and we're going to be talking about a lot of this stuff, manifesting, co-creating, how we shift ourselves to be better co-creators with the universe. And three, if you have any thoughts about the time change, please, about should we have a time change, let me know in the comments. And also remember that I will close the comments after the video, as far as like if you're not following my page, at least on Facebook, you won't be able to comment. If you're following the page, you'll always be able to comment, but I don't want the spammers to come and hassle you all after we close the video. So well, I will always close the video at the end, and then we will, if you are following the page, then you'll always be able to comment. And you know, of course, always share the video, share the page, invite others to join our community of light, come be part of the fun. So I love you all so very much, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Always remember how very much you are loved. Mwah.